going to put the waistband on now. So first of all, we're going to insert some elastic, and I'm using a 1¼ inch elastic, and in Europe that would be 3.2 centimeters, but actually you can just get a 3 centimeter elastic. That's absolutely fine. The elastic is folded over about 1.5 centimeters, and then we're going to insert it into the waistband, and it's always a little bit staggered, a little bit shorter than the actual interlock waistband I've got here, and also a little bit shorter than the joggers, just so it fits really well. Now I'm just going to sew these together. I would recommend 2 lines next to each other just to make sure that it's in securely, and then I can insert this elastic into the waistband before the waistband actually gets attached to the joggers. It's a really good way of doing this. And to do this nicely, what I'm going to do is iron my waistband lengthways in half like this. So I get a really nice crease, because I'm going to insert the elastic straight into that crease. And what you see a lot in industrial manufacture is that now where you have the seam, you actually will go into the ditch and you will stitch in the ditch the elastic in so it can't go anywhere. But here we're just going to use a pin because we have pins. If you're an industrial manufacturer, you are not allowed to use pins, so you stitch it in. So whatever you want to do, if you make loads of these for your Etsy shop, I really recommend you stitch in the ditch. If you're just making a few for your grandchildren, just pin it. And now I need to put it in on the far side. Make sure it's right in the crease there. And what we're going to do is we're going to stitch next to the elastic. We're trying not to catch it at this point when we're sewing this together. Again, a lot of you are very, very experienced and you won't even pin this. You go on the sewing machine and you just move the elastic around as you sew it together. And it's a good idea also, you can take it over your little ironing board and just stretch it over if you find the stretching and pinning a little bit difficult. That makes it a lot easier. And with that all done, I can pop over to the sewing machine and just stitch it along the edge. Magic, it's already done. Yeah, I haven't caught my elastic. I stretched it while I was going as well. And you can see that the elastic is loose in there. Now I'm going to put it onto the jogger bombs. Very important that you mark the center front and the center back of your joggers. And then turn them inside out, and again we're putting our waistband, same as the leg bands, on the inside. It makes it a lot easier. Stretch it. And then pin it. It's exactly like the leg bands actually. It's always the same techniques. And again, we're using pins that go vertical to the seam. Super, excellent. Right, now you put a few more all the way around, using that same technique, just working your way towards the middle, holding it with your hands so that you don't have to measure anything, because I think that takes the joy out of stuff. If you measure stuff, you just want to go, just so. There we go, make sure that nothing can fold over. Always make it easy for yourself. And always make it clean and neat. Right, there we go. Now we can move over to the sewing machine and we can stitch this in. Very important, again, we're stitching from the inside and we're stretching as we go, because not only have we got elastic in there, we've got interlock, so we can stretch this, it doesn't matter. Now I'm using the 1 centimeter seam allowance, which will mean that I will actually catch the elastic. Very important to catch it now. If you used slimmer elastic and it's a little bit further up, then you need to have a bigger seam allowance here, okay? So you need to catch it. It is beautiful. Great. So now we're locking our stitches and we can go to the overlocker or serger, and we're going to serge or overlock all the way around. Make sure that all the pins are out there, because otherwise you really damage your knife. give it a good press. Don't forget, you can also make them without the pockets. That's just for a quick one. And as a bonus, in the instructions, I also show you how you can put in some buttonholes into the waistband, and then you can put a cord through, which is also really, really cute. So I hope you enjoyed this and you're back for another project with Frocks and Frolics. Bye for now.